Jet protecting the bottom. Jones with nowhere to go. Oh, crashing behind him. Truex is sideways. Tapped again. Up to the wall he goes, and Chastain's involved.
Wallace in the 4-car gets turned into the grass, fights it, and watch how he ends up hitting the wall, separating the pit crews from the race cars.
Kind of pictures speak for themselves.
Yeah, she was just into the back of the 98. Got him extremely loose as he tried to correct it. Danica tried to go to the high side. More contact.
And Travis Pastrana just slipped
And never can get it back under control. Well, I guess he did get it back under control, and then the 26 gets in the side of him, and Elton Sawyer just hard in the wall.
Kind of looked like Hamilton Jr. and Elton Sawyer.
Hopes of racing to go. And around goes the pack in the middle. Darrell Wallace Jr. gets caught up. The big one happens just as they go through the tri-oval. Back up into the wall hard, Brendan Poole. Eric Almirola caught up in this in the 98. The caution comes out.
He's put under the red flag.
to second place. Ryan Blaney in the 22. Oh, Lally gets contact from Eric Jones. Lally spins, Jones spins, and now into the 98. That is the 98 of Nelson Piquet Jr. Further contact in that group.
There's always that chance. Oh, he's wiggling a little bit right there. Caused him to have to get up out of the gas a little bit, and Fiedler's got a run on him. I mean, Mike's going to be mad.
And he slides up the racetrack, gets into Steve.
I disagree. Gunselman's left side tires never moved off that yellow line.
Well,
I think Steve came down on him.
You see Ricky Hendrick in the 5-car kind of drive through. Grissom comes back down, and there comes Mike Wallace.
I know what you were thinking, though. Gunselman was a lap down, and Grissom was trying to get around him.
Yeah.
Reddick was out of control going up the racetrack. Big hit. Watch that again. There was a lot of things going on there at once.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Reddick had a flat tire.
Yeah, you can see somebody just probably hit one of the bumps there, had a little bad angle getting into the corner, ran over one of the bumps, and your car goes up the track, and unfortunately, Mike Wallace was there.
Now, what speed is that? About 160, 100?
Yeah, you're still going at least 160 miles an hour through the corners, so extremely fast.
Watch the left rear tire on the 39.
Oh, wow. I'll tell you, what you're seeing right there is the end, the actual end of the housing breaking off, because the hub's still attached. You can see it attached to the wheel. If you remember, you can see the rotor flying up the racetrack right there. If you remember, we were talking about how you adjust camber, the rear camber in these cars. You basically heat it up and have to bend it into it and out of it. When they have too much, they go through tech. That can sometimes weaken that housing to a point that it'll fail. You bend them back and forth. Like Casey Kane is trying to work on the low side. So Reed moves up to give him room, and there's, oh man, that's too bad right there. Just not enough room.
Yeah, I think apparently Reed's spotter might have hollered at him that Casey Kane was to the inside, or there was a car to the inside, and as he moved up, I don't think that he had any idea that he wasn't clear of the 23.
Yeah, this is the 98 team. It's a fairly new team in the series, but they're doing a great job, and tonight had a good run going. Fred Biagi's put
going down in the first turn. Oh, Shane gets, you see what happened there? Shane got turned up by the 16 car, and Mike doesn't know that. He doesn't know that the 16 car got into Shane and put him up into him.
He thought he just drove in.
Thought he drove into him. Probably figured he drove in the corner way too hard and lost it and went into him. I think when Mike sees
Allgaier
that,
getting drop kicked. Oh no, there they go. Spinner
into the wall, Almirola. Larson out of shape. So is Chase Elliott. And the caution is out again.
We made it so far, Michael, but we just couldn't keep this up. Oh, and they're still hitting.
When we got the green flag, there were 30.
Car just goes in the corner. He's sideways, and he backs into the fence with that rear.
Car just simply got from underneath him.
That's Kevin Hamlin out of the Northwest in the 4 car. And you see when he stopped that tire, you saw the left.
Send him to the inside wall.
I think it all started either with 62 having to get out of the throttle and see getting into the back of him, or just contact between the two.
Go by you on the outside, and you're still wide and say, whoa, trouble. The 2 car upside down, over and on to Scott Briggs. It's the big one.
Oh, boy, who is that still flipping?
Sauter. It was Johnny Sauter.
There's not anybody left.
I mean, I only see about 4 or 5 cars that are coming around through 3 and 4 right now that were not in this race. They see Mike McLaughlin in 18. They're still getting upside down. Cars.
There he is trying to be at the bottom, as you mentioned. He had already had the damage to the right rear. It just compounded with this.
Looked like the Hemphill. Looked like he had him.
Racing with Ross Chastain right there. See the 10 car get a little bit loose, have to correct it into the left rear quarter panel, and a hard lick for Corey Logan.
Oh, yeah, he's around early back there.
Nowhere for Elliott Sadler to go. He was all the way down on the apron in the 90.
You know, those guys did a great job coming here and putting on a good show and having a good run for their team, for their sponsors.
Yeah, enough laps that, you know, when, as you pointed out, when your car's not handling, you have to use a little more brake. Could have melted that bead. You don't.
Like Brent Sherman in 15.
There's Truex Jr., the championship leader in the 8.
Got a great job of that side draft to slow the 16 down.
Hard into the wall goes the 33. He collects the 5 of Michael Annett. Caution comes out. Numerous cars get caught up in this one.
There is nowhere to hide when trouble breaks out here. If you're behind it, you're probably going to be in it.
Johnny Sauter goes to the bottom of the racetrack, and that turned out to be exactly the wrong place to be. Look at Neuenberger just flipping over the back of. Let's see what car that is.
Here. Let's see if we can take a look at what happened. Augie's going to have some contact. It looked like Kyle Busch, the 5 car, made some contact with Augie Bitovich. That's Kenny Wallace's car right there. You're going to see the very top of your screen. You see the smoke. Hard to tell exactly what happened, but from that other angle, it looked like maybe the 5 Kyle Busch made some contact.